scum, selling out this country while you play dumb. Burn it all down, tear the walls apart. We will not bow, we will not lose heart. We will put an end to the hate, we will put an end to your lies. We will stand side by side, and we will cages are built for the poor and for the weak, for the families torn apart while you laugh and tweet. Look at the puppets dance to the corporate sound, but we are still here and we will stand our ground. There is blood on your hands. We have seen the truth erased. You put the prophets first instead of the people you've displaced. History is watching, and it won't soon forget. It may not be you this time, but you could soon be next. Burn it all down, tear the walls apart. We will not bow, we will not lose heart. We will put an end to the hate, we will put an end to your lies. We will stand side by side, and we will rise. Burn it all down, tear it all apart. Burn it all down, tear it all apart. Burn it all down, tear it all apart. Promises break. Promises break. On a gilded stage, dividing the people, fueling the rage. Walls built high, but compassion's low. Truth buried deep beneath the show. No more lies, no more deceit. We will bow down, we will retreat. Voices loud, we stand as one. The fight's not over, it's just begun. It's just begun. Families torn at the borderline, justice denied, time after time. Prophets soar on the planet burns. When will we learn? When will we learn? No more lies, no more deceit. We will bow down, we will retreat. Voices loud, we stand as one. The fight's not over, it's just begun. It's just begun. It's just begun. Resist the power and break the chain. Rise above all this hate and this pain. Together we're strong, we won't divide. In our unity we will find our pride. The fight's not over, it's just begun. The fight's not over! It's just begun! The fight's not over! It's just begun! The fight's not over! It's just begun! The fight's not over! They built their towers in the sky, hoarding wealth while the workers die. Billionaires with blood-stained hands, trampling lives to expand their brand. They say they earned it, they say it's fair, but they only take while we despair. Their pockets are fat and their hearts are cold. Working ourselves to death makes them more bold. But now the time has come for the people to rise up. We will never bow, we will never kneel. We see our lives and we know the deal. You hoard the wealth, you crush the poor. We're coming for you, you capitalist whore. This land is your land, this land is my land. We will fight side by side and hand in hand. The system is rigged, it's all just a game. The rich pull the strings, the poor take the blame. Wealth hoarders live in mansions, the people live in chains. The billionaires don't care, they cash in on our pay. Luxury is a cage, they've been built on the back of the common workers that they keep under attack. But we the people, we've had it rough. Their empire is fragile, we've had enough. And now the time has come for the people to rise up. We will never bow, we will never kneel. We see our lives and we know the deal. You hoard the wealth, you crush the poor. We're coming for you, you only got whore. This land is your land, this land is my land. We will fight side by side and hand in hand. No more silence, no more living in fear, no more being divided, no more broken man's tears. Don't try to keep us down, you are not our king. In every city and every town, let motherfucking freedom ring. Because the time has come for the people to rise up. We will never bow, we will never kneel. We see your lie and we know the deal. You hoard the wealth, you crush the poor. We're coming for you, you capitalist whore. This land is your land, this land is my land. We will fight side by side and hand in hand. It's better to die standing on your feet than living a lie down on your knees. It's better to die standing on your feet than living a lie down on your knees.
Yeah. All right, I'm fired up.
I saw you back there. Well, your mic is muted.
Mine is?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Well, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, your mic was muted. Little
Yeah, I
sign
had
on
it muted. Yeah, I had it muted. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Admin Tim,
How are
Admin
you?
Matt. Listen,
Yeah.
I just got to say, I appreciate you having me on this panel today. I'm doing all right. I can just say that I'm doing all right. But you know, we have the Tangerine Palpatine in the office that's wrecking shit up. Excuse my language.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys already know this is what we're here for, to fight and resist. So that's what I'm here for too, guys. Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being here. Can
Absolutely.
you tell us a little bit about yourself and the Just Listen podcast?
Yes, if you want me to do a book, I can do a book for you. But my name is Walt from the Just Listen podcast. I welcome any family members to the show on my podcast. I'm a father of two, handsome young man. I've been married for 16 years now. And my wife and I, we actually lived in Louisville, Kentucky until we decided to uproot our family and relocate to Florida. So we've been here in Florida for about 10 years. And we actually came down here from one of my best friends. He's like a brother to me. I've known him for over 20 years. He was stationed in the Navy in Jacksonville, Florida, where I'm at. And he was like, hey, if you guys are looking to relocate, because I know you want to go to Georgia, check out Florida. So we were like, okay, we'll check it out. I had never been to Florida before and just fell in love. Now, in regards to the politics side, I can say I'm not loving the politics side when it comes here to Florida, because you guys already know about the Florida man, right? So, we've been here. My podcast, I started doing at first I started doing like self-help motivation type of things until the skies opened up and said, you need to start talking about the grievances that we have in our country when it comes to fascism, when it comes to the specific parties, as we well know, that is trying to destroy the fabric of our democracy here. And you need to use your platform to reach everyone out there, just like you guys do, in regards to our grievances, because it's not about me on my channel. It's about what we need to accomplish as people here in this world. And with this particular administration, as we can see now and what's going on, I can no longer be silent on my platform in regards to what I'm seeing and what my people are experiencing, because we are supposed to be a melting pot. We are all supposed to be here to work together and to love each other. But there's so much hate that I had to use a platform to combat the misinformation that we get from Fox News, Charlie Kirk, Benny Johnson, Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, all those right-wing platforms that is telling the American people and the people that reside in our country lies. So that's what I do with my platform. And again, that's just me. And I know I'm long-winded, so I'm gonna land my plane here pretty soon. I went to the University of Louisville. I played a couple years of college football there with some let's say great players like Deion Branch. I played with Stefan LaFours. I'm not for sure if you guys know them. Tony Stallings. And basically, I just had this great experience with being on campus and being a so-called college football player, even though I was a walk-on. And, my life has been nothing but a book. And I can just say everybody's life is a book. And in this day right now that we're living in, it is like a horror story for America and for the world. So again, I use my platform for that, just to express my disdain with everything and also educate too, because it's people like me as a black man that need to understand particular policies and things that take place within our country that affects not only minority groups, but everybody as a whole when they're misinformed. Land on my plane.
Not to mention that each of us tend to accept information when it's delivered by someone that we identify with, be it socioeconomic, racial, cultural, that each of us speaks to our own group best. We can speak to anyone else, but we have a predisposition to listen to the people that we physically identify the most with. So really, to get our message out, people like us, like yourself, we all need to be speaking in all those spaces.
Absolutely. And we have to empathize too. You know, not every person has the same type of experience in life, but we can try to understand what that person's going through and try to empathize and try to figure out how we can be better. We're on a backslide in America. We are. We're on a backslide when it comes to what's being pushed out there to cause a division within our countries, you know, cause a division within the United States, and then also with the world with this administration, as we can see.
Jen said she's got thunderstorms where she is, so that might have been the cut in her signal. And I guess Doug.
It's Doug also hit by lightning. It's weird.
Yeah. It's like, well, I saw the intro. I'm out.
You know, that's funny how it goes. Like, especially when I do my videos, like I have to start working on putting the meat of everything in the beginning of my videos, because I see that, you know, when I post a video, people be on there for about 2, 3, 4 minutes, and then it just.
Yeah, I've had to sort of do the same thing. I have to lead off my videos with like where I stand on certain things, because, you know, people see this and the name of the channel, and they're like, oh, this MAGA motherfucker, and then they're like, oh, wait a minute. So.
Yeah, that's, you know, when you look at a cover of a book, and I want to use this analogy really quick, and it doesn't have like the flashy stuff that makes you think like, hey, I'm going to open this book up. Like we see a shirt like what you have, Admin Tim, and we're like, oh man, this guy, let me listen to what he got to say, but he's probably hardcore MAGA over here. Let me see what he's going to say here. And that's how I found you, by the way. I was just on, you know, YouTube, just looking at different videos from some of my mutuals that I like to watch and listen to. And you popped up. And this was, I think this was about, it was about 5 or 6. Matter of fact, no, it was last year before the election took place. And I started hearing you talk about the Tangerine Palpatine, old fart man. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. And then you started talking about your military service. And I was like, okay, I'm listening. And I was like, you know what? I have to subscribe, because he thinks like me when it comes to what's going on with our country and the people that are misinformed. So I like listening to you specifically because we can relate to what's going on. And those people that can't relate, we have to think about 2 different things. Number 1, how far in the cult they are. And number 2, where they're getting their information from.
And to your point, it really is like dealing with any other cult. They've been conditioned to believe that any information, anything that contradicts what dear leader has said, is inherently a lie, and that they will go through all the mental gymnastics to somehow ignore facts, ignore things right in front of their faces, ignore things they have seen live themselves in order to substantiate the fantasy land that he lives in and uses to grift and take their money. And they will beg to stay in that world. And it's hard to reach people like that. It is hard.
They have this facade like, okay, I'm going to keep moving the goalposts because I know it's going to get better. And we tell them, just like, you know, in 2017, I really didn't get too deep into Trump until about 2018, 2019, when all the shit that was happening with, you know, Charlottesville, the George Floyd protest, COVID-19, and how he, first of all, when COVID-19 took place, he was pressing and pushing for people to, you know, we're going to shut down for a little bit. And then when we decided that we was going to do a shutdown, and the MAGA people said, you cannot do this. This is communism and Marxism, and you can't shut down. And then he flipped the script. Instead of saying, hey, listen, we have to protect ourselves and the people around us. We have to do this so we can be safe, and we don't have the million people that passed away from some type of COVID-19 ailment, you know, that has passed away I don't know what the numbers is now, but it was like in 2022, it was like almost 1 million individuals that died of COVID related issues.
Mhm.
And I know that number could be skewed, but then I just like, this guy lied 30,000 times during his first administration. It was recorded and reported that he lied 30,000 times. And we still had people that believed that he was going to do something to benefit and better our country. And it was like, where are these guys? What are they thinking? Like, what's going on here? You know, it just doesn't make any sense. But it's like Jim Jones did, you know, convincing people, the People's Church or whatever the church was in Johannesburg. Yep. They're just brainwashed, and we need to deprogram them one way or another.
And they've become deeply invested in it. It's not just, I mean, we see it from the shirts, the hats, the trucks, the stupid flags, every other thing. It has become their personality. It is not something that they can casually pass away from to move on to something else or to disengage from. It is every aspect of their lives now. And that's, you know, Trump's good with that because he's selling merch, right? I mean, at the end of the day, he's making money. He's happy with it. And they are pushing themselves in any which way to find a way to believe him, to find a way to scapegoat it, or it's got to be, you know, Pam Bondi's betrayed him and put him into the Epstein files. Now it's like, what the fuck? Really? Okay. All right. Yeah. You keep going with that. It's...
And it, you know, I'm just saying, release the files, all of it. I don't care if I don't care who's on there. Everybody needs to sit down and be interrogated in regards to what took place on Epstein's Island and what and who they were involved with. I don't care if it was a Democrat. I don't care if Clinton's on there 20 something times. I do not care. I just want to make sure that the women that were affected, that are not really coming out because they're afraid of their lives. I want justice to come for these women. But you see how the Republicans are doing, though. You see how the Republicans are doing when it comes to trying to have cover for something that this was what Trump campaigned on too. I'm going to release the Epstein files and list and yada, yada, yada. And then all the talking parts totally shifted when Elon Musk said something about, hey, you know what? If you're going to take my government contracts on EV or whatever, you're in the files. And then it added gasoline to the fire. But now, as we know, we have Republicans that are trying to hide the PDF files when it comes to it. And it pisses me off on how they continue to move the goalposts for somebody who has never been for the country.
They're carrying serious water for them. You know, we found out that about 1,000 FBI staffers were allocated to find and redact instances of Trump being look, if a government agency needs 1,000 people to make sure there's no references to you in a set of files, you in them damn files.
Right.
You're all over that shit. You are all over those files. You are every line they're striking out, or
1,000 people.
Let me ask this question, guys, and this is to the chat panel as well. If we get some information in regards to these files that come out, the list that comes out, do you believe that they're going to be fabricated from everything that they're trying to hide when it comes to the Trump administration and Donald Trump himself?
Well, I believe there will be all kinds of fabrication. There's no umpires anymore.
Right.
It is all purely partisan.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's no chance that I wonder if any original evidence will survive.
Right. That's the question.
Lost.
We've
already seen Trump destroy evidence from other prior crimes like January 6th and his taking of classified documents to Mar-a-Lago, which he then immediately took back all of it since his bought and paid for judge, Eileen Cannon, was more than happy to order the government to return all the things they'd confiscated, which is ridiculous. Oh, we're giving him back the nuclear plans from the foreign countries to hand out as he sees fit, or stack in a bathroom in Mar-a-Lago, because that's a secure place for state secrets.
Right there by the toilet.
Right there by the toilet. Right by the can. I mean, you come in here and you need some reading material. We got some highly classified, top secret documents over here. You can read. Mohammed bin Salman. Go ahead and go in there, Vladimir Putin. Sit down in my golden toilet and read these highly classified, top secret documents that is about Ukraine or about France or about the United Kingdom. You know that. Let me just say that it really makes me frustrated that all this stuff that happened, and we had Merrick Garland just dragging his feet and not acting upon this. Did you hear that they're trying to go after Jack Smith now? Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah. I also saw they issued, they signed, I believe this afternoon, they signed subpoenas for Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Robert Mueller, James Comey, Bill Barr, Jeff Sessions, I can't remember the rest, but a lot of other keyword Democrats that they went up there along with two of their guys. We were being very balanced. We picked two guys who are probably going to be largely irrelevant to it, but with these Democrats, they're the real problem. I'm surprised Hunter Biden's laptop didn't get another subpoena. Just claim that Hunter Biden's laptop did it.
Yeah. The crazy thing about go ahead.
The woman who runs Mueller, she has filed the Freedom of Information Act request, for lack of a better term, not on the files themselves, but specifically these training videos that the FBI has for how to go in and search files and redact the information.
Wow.
And the thinking is, if she can get those videos, then it's essentially an admission that the videos exist, which then gets her foot in the door to ask all the other questions, like, why are these videos here? What's being redacted? Et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, that's definitely smart. It's all a distraction, guys. It's really a distraction on what the Republican Party and Donald Trump is trying to do with Project 2025. So Steve Bannon said this himself. He said, throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, to keep the Democrats, the independents, and everybody having an uproar for something. And I'm not privy to the distraction. I already know what's going on. And that's where we're at. That's what we're here to reach out to those individuals that don't really know and don't pay attention to politics, to give them the right information on what's taking place. Because people are, especially those that don't really pay attention, and they might be on X. And of course, X is a cesspool of lies and misinformation. That's where we come into play when getting the information out correctly and explaining where we got the resource from, or what we get from, Sons of Liberty, where we get from the Just Listen podcast with me, where we get from all the platforms that are putting out the information required. I saw somebody in the chat say pissed off bartender. I love that guy. That guy, from Alabama, much respect to him for being a pissed off bartender and yelling, cursing, and calling out everything the Republican Party is doing while looking like he should be a Republican.
He's good people. I hope we can get him back on. It was tragic what YouTube did with him to just take away his platform.
He got taken off.
That was bullshit.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No notice. They just canceled it. No explanation.
Really?
No, you broke a rule. Nothing. Just took him off.
Wow.
No wonder why I haven't been seeing him on my platform.
Yeah.
So,
that's crazy.
Sorry for being late, guys. I don't even know what the heck is going on. Hopefully, the internet will stay good. Well, what's up, man?
What's up, my brother?
Doug here. But I'm also on Political Drain too. It's another channel that I have. So all of these channels need to do what they do. But
yes, sir.
I wanted to jump in if I could. Nice to meet you. talking about the Epstein thing, whether or not you can find redactions, whether or not it's going to be falsified. The truth is, we don't need them. The 26 women that have already told us that he has essayed them, and the convictions that he's had for the few already should be
27.
enough. Right?
27.
What?
Sorry.
27
I'm
women
the
have
loudest
accused him.
thunderstorm, you guys. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. 27 now. Like, that's enough.
Say,
I don't.
the youngest of which was 13, by the way, for those of you who are not aware.
So
Yeah,
the entire Epstein files thing is for some reason people are using it as if they don't know. You voted for him after he was a abuser. You voted for him after he buried his wife at the golf course and let the grass grow over it. You voted for him after his other wife that he cheated on had to get a restraining order because he beat her up. You voted for him after he had underage girls at Mar-a-Lago. After all, you voted for him after we find out that he was on the plane. So this idea that somehow the Epstein files are going to prove the proof is there. They just keep moving the goalposts. So that's how I answer that. Whenever anybody asks me anything, who cares? I don't need the Epstein files. He's an offender, an abuser.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you 100% on that. I want to give the MAGA nuts what they wanted because they said that Trump's going to open up this deep state, these PDF files, and they're going to be all Democrats. So
yeah,
that's what they said. He's going to get rid of, he's going to drain the swamp. It's going to be the deep state. We're going to get all of them and lock them up. And I'm ready for it. He said he's going to do it in 2025. And I'm ready for it because he's president now. And I want all those people that are on the list to go to jail and go under the jail with the rats.
It's so wild.
It is.
And to your point, Doug, there's a lot going on beyond this, and they're trying. They're trying to stick a lot through while we're focused on this. But and the reason it keeps coming back is this is kind of the one thing that's actually stuck to him. This is the one thing that's kind of resonating with his base with like, oh, wait a minute, kind of things. The other terrible shit he has done, said, awful things he signed into law, they're fine with it. They're cool with it. They pretend it doesn't exist because the brown people will be hurt by it, and that makes it okay with them. It's like it's a really terrible justification for all of your political views. Is a group of people are going to be hurt by this, so I'm okay with it. Right. But the Epstein thing, this cuts to the base. This cuts to the foundation of the cult theory. This cuts into their whole savior complex. Orange Jesus, he's going to save the children if you just vote for him and send him $295 for a gold Bible with the Pledge of Allegiance written into it. If you buy his gold sneakers, he will save us. Orange Jesus will be the power that saves us from the Democrats. They bought wholesale into this shit, and now it is crumbling before them. Crumbling.
Yes.
Just as we said it would. And also, I'd like to point out that I think it was the New York Times that two of these victims anonymously wrote letters and said, I can't believe you guys are all falling for this. Like I told you what he did to me. Yeah. And it's just, that's why I think that no matter what he tries to say in the files, people are still going to come forward. The victims are going to come forward. Everything's going to start coming out, whether it be leaked or whatever. I think you're going to start seeing other things happen, right? I think it's just the nature of the beast. Once it's in the news, everybody wants to be a part of the story. So, even if they don't want to be part of the story, right? They don't want to see it all fall apart either,
So here's the deal. You're right. And I said this before. This is the only thing they were invested in, right? Were they invested in no wars around the world? No, of course not. That was bullshit. So they control you in the comment section. Were they invested in the price of eggs? Hell no, of course not. Doesn't matter. Never did. Were they invested in whatever it is, safety, due process, rule of law, all the things? No. The only thing they were invested in was this. But we have to remember, it's not because they cared about kids or assault or humans in any way. They were invested in this because this was the only thing they could use to cover up all of these sexual assaulters in their party for the past 25, 30 years in bathrooms sucking kids off. All day, every day. I have a list of 1,000. Jen, you have it too. There's 1,000, not 100 or 500. The thing is, they were hoping that this would be the thing that they could get those daggone Democrats about. It wasn't about the kids. They elect child PDF files every day on purpose. And when it comes out that he was doing it, they will change again. If we're thinking, I want you to understand the only reason why this is important is because it gives us time to organize. That's it. While they're being told what to think, while they're still worried about how they're going to spend this, while they're doing that, we're out here trying to organize, making sure that we're moving forward with the general strike, that we're getting neighborhoods together, getting one person together. Who's transporting? Who's saving now? Who's getting food and stacking it up? Can your neighbor do it as well? Who's doing the neighborhood watch? Because we have a few months where we can use this because they think that they really care about it until it just comes out that he's in it. And they'll go, well, they used to marry kids at 12 in the 1800s. I don't see what that's wrong. I promise you, it will
Some
not give
states
a
still
fuck.
do that.
They won't give a fuck. They will give their daughters up to these men if it means they can keep the power ill-earned that they can't get any other way because most of the country doesn't believe them. It's gerrymandered, right? So they won't care. But our job is to use this. That's why I say it every day. That's why I put it on every video. That's why. You see what I'm saying? Because while they're still worried about this, it gives us more chance to organize. Let's do it. Let's get with Walt. Let's get with Just Listen podcast, right? Let's get with these people and that people. What are we doing in this neighborhood? Email us, blah, blah, blah. Join the Discord. While we're doing that, let them talk about Epstein. I don't need Epstein, and neither do they. Because you knew he was a PDF file before you voted him in. Right? Like, that's the real job. That's really what's happening. That's why
I agree with you. And so what I'm going to be talking about, I'm working on a video because, of course, Governor DeSatan here in Florida is going to be out here pretty soon.
Ooh, so
my video I'm working on is what we need to do next, because as you well know, DeSantis wants his wife to run, and then also that tap dancing fool Byron Donalds. And so I am actually working on a video in regards to what Florida needs to do in regards to getting better democracy in our country. In the state of Florida, excuse me, but also our country as well. In the state of Florida, we not me, but it overwhelmingly voted for Trump. It has overwhelmingly continued to support Republicans who do not care about the people in the state of Florida. So my next video is not going to be my next one. I got a couple videos in line, but I'm starting to prepare now for my Hispanic and Latino community, my Haitian community, my Black community, my white community, those who care about humanity and democracy, on what we need to do when it comes to 2026. And we need to get a Democrat in office that is going to make Florida better in regards to what's taking place now. Alligator Alcatraz. Who was there right next to Trump? Ron DeSantis. Put in finger Ron. Is that what Donald Trump called him? But now he's getting $400 million to have Alligator Alcatraz built up when these individuals that are in there, they're in cages like they're animals. They don't have any kind of irrigation for using the restroom. They're stocking them in boxes like they are in a chicken coop. All
like
together.
A slave ship.
Like a slave ship. And then Trump talks about, oh yeah, well, they're going to have to start teaching these guys. They try to get away. They better run zigzag if an alligator is coming after them. What president talks like that in regards to the inhumane things that he is doing to people? So I am getting the message out there for everyone. And, you know, of course, we're going to have those combative people that come in our channels that try to push back. I'm trying to reach the black communities here because there's been a huge division when it comes to specific groups of the community that said, we're going to sit the couch unless we get reparations.
Get that raccoon repellent.
Yeah.
Get that raccoon repellent.
We need reparations, and the Democrats have never given it to us. And I said, well, hey, what has this administration done for reparations? What has this administration done in regards to what you can do to build your community back up? And, you know, of course, hate it or love it. I told on one of my videos, somebody was like, oh, I see your subscriber count is low. You need to up your game. I'm not worried about my subscriber and view count. What I'm worried about is people's lives in this country and around the world. And if the people are going to come and like my videos, so be it. But that is not my purpose. My purpose here and what I do is to get the word out, educate, and express my feelings in regards to what's taking place in our country and to the people here in our country. And then also what is going on in other countries that we used to have a soft power for that is affecting them to where they're like, I don't want to deal with America anymore.
No, we got no more soft power.
Exactly.
While we're on it, though, you see,
yes, sir.
There's a lot of white folks here, man. And and you were look at them.
Well, hey, I want to come back then.
I gotta get it in. This is the time I get. This is my only chance. Sarge, listen, there are white folks here. And you were talking about something, and I know what you're talking about, the reparations folks. Our job here is to enlighten them on the FBA. Can you do that? Because I know that you get on it. Please enlighten folks. What is FBA and why the fuck are they so goddamn stupid? And what are they pretending to be?
Oh my goodness. So, okay. So the FBA, in short, the actual name is called Foundational Black Americans. Okay. Mm-hmm. In the United States, they are a lineage from African American slaves that were slaves. Supposedly, they're a lineage to the descendants of that. So basically, you have a mother and father who are slaves in America, right? So they're considered Americans, and they are slaves that have children who have children. So they're part of this lineage called Foundational Black Americans. Mm-hmm. Now, what the Foundational Black Americans have done is they have sowed division in regards to Caribbean people that come from Jamaica, people that come from Africa, and they're trying to divide they're trying to divide people amongst the color and where they came from. They're showing their xenophobia in regards to where people came from to try to live in America and try to live the American dream. They're sowing division in regards to it. So now what they're doing is they're separating the community of people. Like if you look at me, I am a handsome black man. Okay. If you look at an African, they're going to be classified as a black person in comparison to white supremacy. Yeah. So what they're trying to do is they're sowing division within the so-called Foundational Black Americans with the Haitian American, with the Jamaican American. And they're trying to sow this division in regards to saying, hey, they don't belong here. They're not American. Their parents came in from Jamaica. Instead of them being here in America trying to coexist like everybody else, they are separating in regards to the Foundational Black Americans and then the Caribbean Black American. So they're sowing hate and division amongst each other when it comes to what we're all trying to strive for and trying to live a utopian life together. And so that division is causing people not to vote, or they're voting for Trump thinking that Trump is going to do anything great for them. And they're really trying to mystify what we are all trying to do here purposely. They're trying to mystify what we're all trying to do here to coexist and build together. So they're very divisional. If you ever come across one, they are divisional. They'll call you a tether if you're an African-American person like myself, or they'll call you a simp because you don't think like them. And there's battles that go back and forth with me. If you watch one of my videos, I'm going back and forth with them like, you guys are living in a box. They're in a box. Me, I'm living in this cohesion because we are a melting pot in this country. And they don't see it like that. They think that the struggle is not the struggle that other individuals are having. They think that they're not part of that struggle, even though they are getting higher taxes. Even though that their gas prices are still as high, their grocery prices still as high. They can't buy a house because they've been profiled, and that individual don't want them to have the house that they're trying to purchase. So that's what they do with the foundation of Black Americans. If you ever see FBA come across, just know that they are divisional, and that they show their xenophobia, misogyny, and also they show that like they celebrate what's happening to the Latino community. They love what's happening to the Haitian community, and that's not right. That's inhumane because it could be happening to us. You know,
it's gonna happen though.
Yeah, it's as they start to run out of one type of brown people, they're just going to start grabbing other brown people. As we see, they don't care if they grab Americans. They don't care if they grab legal immigrants. They're treating everyone as a hardened terrorist criminal that has come in here to do harm and whatever fantasy they have for what every single person of color apparently is. And it's not going to be long before they're grabbing Black Americans off the street.
They already are. Here's the thing that the people, the Hispanic people that are getting faffled and all over the internet, and everybody's laughing, including me. Here's the thing that they didn't get. Right now, they're saying, "Well, man, they're going to come for you next." Bitch, we've been here. We're the number. All of the people in the jail, the 90% of the people in the jail for a 10 sack of weed. Right? For loitering, for all types of stuff. We've been getting picked up and thrown in the bin for a long time for no reason. So we already knew that that's what's happening. They just don't have anywhere to ship us. Right? That's really what it is.
They've got a plan for that too.
And so now
they've got a plan for camps all across America. They don't need to ship you out. Hell, they need free labor.
They need them. They need them neckups. They need them neckups in the field where they belong. I feel. Listen, the whole point of all of this.
I don't know. I don't know if you saw it.
Matt. Don't get nervous, Matt. The whole point of all of this is, of course, white supremacy.
Yes.
The idea is we need an all-white country, so we know they're coming after us. And I'm luckily for the other brown folks, luckily for the FBA people, my activism also helps them. But I gotta tell you the absolute truth. It's only because they're lucky. It's only because they're lucky. I'm not as altruistic as Walt. I don't
know if you heard it today. I believe the clip was from today that Trump said that certain people needed to be out working the fields because they don't get bad backs from working for it because they've got genes for that. They're best suited for this kind of work.
Was that on MSN or MSNBC or something?
I think that was on Squawk Box.
Squawk Box.
Yeah, I heard a couple of them today.
Yeah, I heard that nonsense.
The people of color belong in the field because they're just good at doing that. So that's his justification for selling the labor of these prisoners who, by far and large, have committed no crime whatsoever, have not gotten a day in court. They've been snatched off the street. They've been thrown into a prison, and now they're being put to work doing labor so that the prison industrial complex can make money off it. Trump gets his percentage, and he keeps them where he believes they belong.
In the fields.
In the fields. I mean,
trying to take us back.
Didn't even mince words about it. In the fields.
I listened to that.
Wow.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry.
Wow. No. You're right.
So I was watching, like I said, I have my mutuals I like to watch, and I get my information from like the Midas Touch, Coach D Speaks, Kyle Kalinske show. I was watching Pondering Politics, and he was talking about Trump saying this and how Trump, a lot of times Trump speak out his mind, but this one here, he was really serious about. Actually, it was on Jesse Dollamore's show, Jesse Dollamore, and he was serious about this. And I was like, my goodness, this man, yes. He said that, they're built to do that in the fields. I asked one of the farmer owners if his worker, what happens if his worker gets a bad back? The farmer says they'll die. And I was thinking, wow. He was like, yeah, they'll be out here and they'll work hard and everything. And this was all this like this is all Nazi Yahtzee Germany stuff. I don't know if I can say that word on here.
Yeah, you can.
But it's like this man.
Damn right you can.
Good. Because I don't me. I try to keep it clean on my channel just to let y'all know. I don't do as much cursing like I like to. I know you guys, and I show my wife the video, and she's like, "Ooh, are you gonna be?" I said, "Maybe."
My job is to coach.
Look,
that's my job. To coach. I'm gonna get you.
If we say it in our videos, then our guests can say it on our channel. Period.
Good. Well, I'm an upcoming YouTuber. Okay, so I don't want to get hit with anything to where it dings me because I have been, I guess on restriction one time where I couldn't text for like a day, and I was pissed off. Because I couldn't post any messages in the chat, and I was like, "What the hell did I do wrong?"
It always happens too when you've got something really good to say. Like when you're real fired up, that's when it happens.
Exactly. When you start cussing like a sailor, like I was doing on the chat, and or responding to a text or whatnot, ignorant people. And next thing you know, I couldn't. I try to go on my phone. My wife and I are at the grocery store, and it's like you can't post for 24 hours. And then I tried to sneak and post 12 hours later, and it said you got 12 hours until you can post again. And I said, "Son of a bitch." Here we go.
Lost track of how many bands Edmund Tim has caught, and they deleted our Facebook page with no warning and no word whatsoever.
They got rid of us completely. We're completely unmonetized, so there's nothing you can hurt us with. We're already poor. We will continue to be poor. YouTube will never give us anything. Facebook will never give us anything.
We need to get some like an award system. We need a plaques for all the times that that big stars have got us off. Got before I was even here. Got
the entire social
media.
Yeah,
you could like have the plaque back there, so it's like the wall of like what do you call it? Honor.
Need like campaign streamers for the guide on.
Yeah.
We need to bring back merit badges for every time.
Yeah.
Something happens.
I still remember the free Edmund Tim hashtag that we had going. I can't even remember which time it was got banned.
That
was trending.
That was like 2018, 2019.
Let me ask you guys a quick question.
Yes.
You guys are all former military, right?
Well, not me. I'm the one civilian.
Okay.
Not me.
Got you.
I'm married to a vet.
Okay. Got you. I see you there. So yeah, I just wanted to find out, but thank you guys for your service, that is. But I was talking to my brother. He's actually a veteran. He was in the Army for 25 years, Master Sergeant. And of course, with the Trump administration that's doing away with VA benefits and things like that, I had to call him up one time and I said, "Hey man," I said, "have you had any interruptions with your VA benefits?" And he was like, "No, I haven't had any interruptions, but my buddy did." And I said, well, be careful and be aware of what's going on, because this administration is trying to dismantle every governmental process that helps out veterans and everyone else when it comes to what we do with our tax dollars. And I just told them, be careful. Let me know if you need anything, but, pay attention to the signs. If you got any issues going on, pay attention to those signs. So, we are at a civil war when it comes to the least of these and the most of these. And the most of these, which is the oligarchy group that is trying to destroy the least of these, that's where the civil war is at. And just like one of our chat group individuals said, is that it is a class war when it comes to the Elon Musks and the Jeff Bezos and the Mark Zuckerbergs in comparison to the little guys like us here trying to get the message across.
Yeah, that's without a doubt.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is this type of ridiculous, this fascism, this top-down power struggle is so unnatural, right? Like, you have to keep it up. Once you do this, it's constantly having to crush, having to stop movements, having to put over here, having to segregate, and hopefully things can get better before they, ultimately turn into our worst imagination of this. But they don't even realize how many times in history having to constantly keep that power and crushing it only leads to one end. You're going to lose. You're gonna lose. You'd rather spend all of your money trying to win, because it's about power even more than money at that point. But you're gonna lose. There's no way. The more you close your fist, like Princess Leia said, the more systems slip through your fingers, right? So, I mean, I know it sounds like gloom and doom, but the fact that they haven't learned from history is absolutely ridiculous. But I think that just happens when you have money. You turn stupid. The more money you have,
the dumber you get.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Or the more they think they're going to be the ruling class over all the serfs.
Yeah.
And
that was Elon Musk's thinking.
Mm-hmm. Well, which is wild, because there's this tiny percentage of people who are in that ruling class kind of money, but there's a whole lot of mega who think they're going to be in that ruling class, and no, you're not.
No. Well, MAGA's still waiting on that Doge check. So
they
think that $5,000 Doge check is coming. So they're still waiting. They're like, man, I keep going to the mailbox, buddy, and I don't see that Doge check I was supposed to get for $5,000.
Where are my Trumpy bucks?
Really? Yeah. Oh, I got me some cryptocurrency over here, and I got me a couple of NFTs, man, and they don't cost shit. That's what it is. They're being
weird. They buy all the Trump stuff, that thinking they're going to be rich with it, and none of it gets them rich. They just handed over their money for fake money, and now their fake money isn't worth anything. Weird.
Trump version of Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Collect all the Bibles. Collect all the sneakers.
At least Beanie Babies, you can still resell them to somebody. Nobody's buying your Trump coin. It's done for. And the amount of people who've given up their money and will still do it.
They'll do it again.
It's unfathomable. How many of these poor people have nothing and are still willing to give more money to a billionaire?
And we still have no idea exactly how much money he's taken in from these rubes. Not to mention the dump trucks full of money that get dumped in from certain foreign sources. I mean, Saudi Arabia definitely gave $2 billion to Jared, because they believe in him.
Because they just bought the land that's being exterminated right now, called Gaza, so that they can put all of their palaces there. Everybody,
Miriam Adelson,
yes,
Jared Kushner, and Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who, You know, Jared Kushner, that damn near basically he got that $2 billion right after Trump was leaving the president. You know, right after Trump was leaving in 2020 for a golf course or some shit like that, or some real estate,
an investment
proposals.
in future real estate development.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit.
That's why all the stuff is going on. That's why
Oh.
they're continue to go on now over there in Gaza.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The whole point of that, number one, the first thing they did was they recognized Israel as a state. Now, Saudi Arabia, the whole United Arab Emirates, all of the Muslim countries over there didn't recognize Israel as a state because they were on stolen land, right? All of a sudden, Darren Kushner goes there. They signed a new treaty, and now they can start trading with Israel. Immediately after all of the Muslim countries signed a $2 billion deal with Jared for future real estate, also for the first time recognizing Israel so that they can make transactions, we have a genocide right in the land where they're going to build that $2 billion worth of real estate. So there you have it, America. There you have it. You want to know why we're not stopping it? It's because we've already bought and paid for it. We've already bought and paid for it. It's
Transactional.
Truth. It's an uncomfortable truth.
Very.
But the next time you're worried about the Israeli people, well, how can they just look at all of the savage things going on and not care? Ask the next person who buys the alligator Alcatraz T-shirt. We do,
or the Gulf of America T-shirt. I saw a man wearing. He had a cutoff T-shirt. He was about 5'8", 215, 235 pounds of nothing but flab. And I saw him wearing a Gulf of America shirt when they first started talking about Gulf of America. And I wanted to say something, but I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to do it because I know me. If I start saying something, then the Christian part of me is going to leave. And then the old school fighting in the club part of me was going to go in there and be like, hey, man, you need to take that shirt off or turn it inside out or something. So I just let it slide. I just let it slide because it's like, do you really think we're going to start calling the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America? No. No.
Well, and the funny part is the Gulf, we only own it, like 12 or 13 miles out, something like that. So you're not even changing anything. You're only changing it as far as I can see on the horizon, but it's not even that far, you know?
Well, Trump did pressure Google Maps to change it on there.
Yeah,
so that was there. You go. He's got that
dictator.
going for
Yeah. See, that's what Trump do. Is if he can't get his way, he's going to threaten you with some type of jailing or litigation and try to sue you to no end in regards to what you do. That's why I posted a video about the whole South Park. Did you guys watch the South Park?
I didn't watch the show. I just saw the same clips that they showed everybody else, and I thought it was hilarious.
Man, it was a classic. I love South Park. And what they did to Trump, like I think I heard Trump saying that he wanted them to take it off of air or whatever.
Yeah.
You were like, no.
Like
South Park is the biggest revenue.
Well, you guys were like, come after us. Go ahead.
He wanted them off the air, and they said no. So then he pivoted to, South Park is actually failing, and it's unimportant, and it no one cares about it. It's like the White House sure seemed to care because the White House sure keeps talking about it.
They just signed a $2 billion contract. They're wild, and it's the same company that just fired Stephen Colbert.
Yeah. So also the same company that is letting Trump install an official to have overview of what news gets produced by CBS. That they have editorial discretion over any news story that goes through now, run through Trump's office.
Yep.
Wow.
That's
fun fact for you guys.
That is North Korea shit.
Yeah. Fun fact for you guys. Oh, you good. Fun fact for you guys. I was in the gym yesterday And they they have the little TV screens and they post up news and stuff like that. That South Park episode was the highest rated, highest viewed South Park episode since 1999.
I could bet.
That's saying something. That is saying something in regards to it was just true. I mean, like I said in my video, what they talked about in South Park was true all about Trump. It was just 100% true, because this tiny little man wants to sue everybody. He would sue Jesus Christ himself if he came down with the holy lights. He would try to sue him if they say anything negative about him. So I just want to leave with that one there, because that was something that he doesn't like the truth. That's why he tries to fire and sue everyone and talk bad about them, talk how terrible their ratings are, or they're not really getting, nobody likes them. Maybe I'm the only person that watches them. Who the hell says that? Like, you're the only person that watches CNN, really? Mm-hmm. Or you the only person that watches Stephen Colbert? I don't think so. But
and you're also not in the Epstein files. I know, bud. I got
right.
Yeah,
so I called him low dick energy, basically. Yeah. That's LDE right there, baby. Low dick energy, boy. That's because for anybody to think that this man is a strong man, but bitches and moans and cries every single time that there is something negative about him that is thrown in the ether in the air. How can you see that as an alpha male? That's a straight beta bitch right there for me, for one.
Sure. That's a beta bitch. Exactly. Now, what it is though, what South Park does better than most people, from a little bit that I know about them, because I used to watch it, is that your emperor has no king. I mean, your emperor has no clothes. The king has no clothes moments. They excel. Because where everybody else is tiptoeing around and trying to find the best way to say it, they'll just throw him in the bed with the devil and have him, go down on him like, this is your champion, right? Are you not entertained? Like they have those emperor with no clothes moments better than anybody, and it killed them, because everything that they said and they did was stuff that everybody else can see, but is trying to find a better way to say it, right? And they're kind of so juvenile. It's like out of the mouth of babes. Like they are juvenile on purpose, so that when they do the dumbest, most ridiculous, obvious thing, somebody else would be like, "That's so childish. It's not funny." But when they do it, it's consistent. that's how you do it.
It's consistent and it's raw.
It's raw.
Like, it's raw. And since they're not killing Kenny anymore, because you notice they haven't been killing Kenny lately, it's just become more and more funny in regards to what they're doing. It's like a comedic parody on modern time, like the woke stuff, supposed trends in sports and stuff like that. It's comedic, but it's like it's so true on. It has like a political sense to it as well.
Yeah.
Because anytime you watch South Park and you got the Canadian prime minister or whatever they, or the Canadian police officer, I don't know what I forgot what they're called. So I apologize.
The Mounties.
Canadian viewers. Yeah, the Mounties. Yeah. And you see how their faces, the circles, and their mouth opens up like this. Hey, come on, guy. It's just comical when it comes to it. Now, I'm gonna say this, and this might be something that this is a prediction, okay? This is a prediction, and I hope that it does take place. I think they may do an episode in regards to BB one day. I'm just saying it now.
Oh, guaranteed.
I think it's coming. It's coming.
They got their money.
I think it's coming because, for one, this is a show that Trump will not be able to cancel.
Yep.
I believe that because even the MAGA base watches South Park. They watch South Park. Even if they're the ones being talked about, they watch South Park. And I can guarantee you this, that once they do the BB episode, it's going to open up a whole nother level in regards to the atrocities that BB's doing.
I
will say just
hold on 1 second. My son is calling me. I'll be right back.
Okay. How long do you want me to hold on for? Just wait right here. It's cool. It's cool, Sarge. I will say though that what he was able to do with
He's out. I'm gonna go get another drink. Be back in a minute.
the fuck is going on?
Everybody's out at the
People
same time.
just
It's
dipping.
break time.
All right, fine. All right, we'll fill. I will say that the reason they were able to get to cancel Colbert and to get a monitor in at CBS to make sure that all media is state approved and talk about how Donald Trump is beautiful and hits only holes in one and created 10 billion jobs a day and whatever else they're going to have the fake news put out. The reason they're able to do that is because they leveraged the FCC to hold the merger with Skydance hostage.
Yeah, the deal hostage.
And most of the lawsuits are getting, penny ante things here and there, or one particular person fired. They're not having the major effect that he's trying to project his power to be. Like, and the executives at Paramount had already seen the South Park episode when this deal was still being negotiated and just didn't mention it at all. Let it go through. They absolutely have editorial say over whether or not that episode comes out, and they just decide to let it roll, knowing full well it would come out after the deal was done, and there'd be nothing he could do about it.
Well, also with that too, because it was my understanding that South Park had the creators of South Park. I don't remember their names, but
Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Yes. What was they had a movie come out? Something.
A couple movies.
Well, one was about baseball, but we're not. Let me just go back to what I'm talking about.
We're going to skip that one. We're going to pretend that one doesn't exist.
Exactly. So what they had a delay in doing their episodes, and I think that was probably one of the reasons why was they, maybe the executive was like, hey, listen, we're going to get this contract signed. And once we get this contract signed, you can go ahead and release the episode and just let it ride. Because you can't go back on the contract that was signed when Trump said, okay, yeah, we're going to let you guys merger. Even though I don't like it, because it adds more power to the film industry. But after he signed it, they were like, okay, yep, green light, go ahead. We'll deal with Trump whenever he calls. We'll deal with him. But go ahead and green light it because, if you think about it, when the type of money that they're going to make off of South Park supersedes what Trump can do within his last 3 years of his term, So that's why I think they did that too.
You've also seen a number of media that have been more than willing to take not so veiled shots at Trump and MAGA, particularly in sci-fi. Both Star Trek and Star Wars have gone at the fascist angle really hard. With Star Trek actually having an episode which basically credits Trump's fascism with sparking World War III in their timeline to basically destroy the world. And Star Wars, if you've not seen the series Andor, especially the second season, which is absolutely phenomenal, highly recommend it. Really shows the roots of the fascist media narrative and how the media narrative is shaped, and it is really, really similar to the exact same narratives we see out of Fox News, we see out of Newsmax and OAN. It is some of the shots and little dialogue bits seem to be straight out of their broadcasts as the Empire is doing some bad things. I don't want to spoil it, but they're trying to vilify some people. And we get some news clips during some of the episodes, and it is straight out of Fox News' bullshit. It really is.
Yeah. You can make a parody out of Fox News on anything.
You can.
You can make up something and call yourself Fox News.
It's so true.
Star Trek Andor. I'm gonna let my wife know about that too. We've been watching. We are TV series buffs. We love watching TV series, and so I don't know if anybody's watched The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't, I recommend checking out The Handmaid's Tale because it shows you. It's like the Republicans. They're showing you how they're trying to control women. Child bearers, and they're trying to control them in a specific way that I'm not going to spoil it here because I want everybody to watch it, but it's very deep in regards to, what they try to do to women here in our country with not being able to have the right to choose what they want to do with their own body, contraceptives, and so on. And it really shows you in Handmaid's Tale what the actual Republican Party is trying to do now when it comes to controlling women, controlling the narrative, having the power to control people with their money and with the fear of weapons, guns, the fear of man surrounding the house. Man surrounding the house and you don't have anywhere to go. You can't really talk, the control of women. So, we start seeing these with these TV shows and movies that are depicting this particular, you can kind of say they're depicting this particular administration or just specifically what a certain party tries to do to control people in comparison to, how we want to all live together. So it's
very true.
It's deep.
Another good one that I've been binging and I'm on season 4 for it. I'm almost done is Mr. Robot. It's a IT professional that is creepily just how accurate the show is for most of its material, with a very disturbed individual who's a genius hacker and gets himself involved in some really interesting conspiracies. Very good show. I do not want to spoil any of it, but one of their background narratives is that Trump has actually been put into power through Russia and China wanting the worst possible person to run America. And they don't even go into details. Various people in the background talk about this is a terrible plan. It's never going to work. Who'd be stupid enough to vote for this guy? Just like constantly going through with their various evil plans that they're doing. And it's just like, oh, that's the one that really came true. Oh.
Hey, let me ask you guys, since Jason brought this up, since we're dealing with all this Texas stuff too, being in the news. So I thought it was really interesting today when they were talking about how, the Texas Dems took off, and who thought that this would, Texas is going to save us possibly. This is really interesting. So they take off, let's say until, November, December. But, Texas has a very short window to get through this legislation and doing all this gerrymandering that they want to do. They have a very small window compared to everyone else, right? All the other states. So their window is up in December. So if these Dems stay gone, I don't know that they're gonna, but if they stayed gone until that window is closed, and then Newsom goes and gerrymanders the shit out of California, guess what? This might be our game. This might be our game. So it's interesting to see how all of it, this is what we've all been begging for. Dems, time to fight dirty. Time to fight fire with fire. If that's what you're going to do, and that's what we're fighting against, then this is a possibility for us. This could make it our game. And I don't even need for it to, because at this point, I consider myself more progressive, I guess, than anything else. But, I'm not the type of person who thinks we're going to, throw the baby out with the bathwater. I don't love the Dems. I'd like to change a million different things. But if they can get down to this level in the gutter and fight dirty, I'm all for it. I want to see it happen.
And I think I mentioned at the start of our broadcast that Trump is trying to, Trump and the senator, I forget his name, are trying to get the FBI to go to Michigan to round up the Dems from Texas that have fled there. But there's no law they're in violation of.
Right.
Yeah, they're allowed as free citizens to travel, but he wants them arrested anyway.
Listen, the Democrats are making a statement in Texas, and I'm tired. Like you said, I'm drawing a blank of your name there, but we need
Jen?
Democrats. Jen, yes, sorry, we
That's
need
okay.
Democrats to hold the line, fight, and not be the ones to cave in. And that's the issue with the Democratic Party, is we have those established Democrats who are wanting to write a stern letter to Trump in regards to something. The hell with that. The Republican Party has been partisan for God knows how long. Ever since Biden first got elected to office, they have been partisan. but you get a few that come over to the Democratic side. Now that they have power, they don't want to hear anything that the Democrats have to say in regards to fighting for the democracy here in our country. So why should we try to take the high road when it comes to us making sure that we are fighting and doing everything that we can tooth and nail to resist this administration and not cave in and not say, well, you know, we wrote him a letter and he threw up the middle finger and we said, well, that wasn't nice, but okay. No, I'm tired of that. That's why we need Democrats that are fighting like Jasmine Crockett is over there in Texas, that are fighting like, you know, Maxwell Frost here in Florida, that are fighting like Zoran Mamdani in New York. Excuse me, I'm about to say Texas. Hell, we need those type of people that are going to be working and trying to fight for the little man, because the big man is continuing to kick us down and down and down, and those established Democrats are allowing it to happen. And you know, that's what we need, and that's why we are part of the resistance as well, because I don't care. Some people say that I'm a Democrat, and I say I might vote democratically, but that doesn't mean that I vote Democrat every time. I am going to get the best person in office that is going to benefit not only myself, but the American people and anyone who wants to come here and do right by our country, regardless. So if there's a Democrat that I have an issue with, I'm going to call him out. Cory Booker. I'm going to call out Chuck Schumer. Hakeem Jeffries, Nancy Pelosi. Jared Moskowitz. Here in Florida. I'm going to call them out, because these are the type of people that will go ahead and say, oh yeah, well, Marco Rubio, we're going to go ahead and confirm him. No, we need to hold the line. And if you do not want to hold the line and you're going to continue to cave into Mike Johnson and JD Vance and everybody else, then maybe you're not for me. Plain and simple.
Everybody who is a Democrat in the Senate or the House who has spoken poorly about Mamdani, fuck you. All of you. Get out.
Yes.
Because the only reason why anybody's talking poorly about him is because they have moneyed interests that they don't want to lose. There is no other reason. They have no other reason. Don't
Plain
let them tell you that he's going to mess up the economy. He means they're going to mess up his pocketbook. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only. All the progressive ideals that Democrats supposedly believe in are democratic socialist ideals. When you're running for office, they somehow change and turn middle of the road when you get in office. So Mamdani is becoming the litmus test for me. And everybody who you see is openly rejecting him, talking about how scary he is. You are gone. Can anybody else run? If you have 2 legs, matter of fact, you don't need legs. If you have more than 5 brain cells and are willing to run against a Republican, I'm voting for you. Anybody who runs against those people. And that is my new litmus test. That's it, because they're showing me their hand, in my opinion. The fact that you don't like him, there's nothing else about what he's saying that you don't like, that you haven't seen from any other Democrat, except the part that he's not here to make you rich.
Yep, I agree.
That's it.
Speaking of getting rich, how about Rick Scott saying that he needs insider trading to make money? He can't live otherwise. Can't live on that $175,000 a year government salary.
Oh, that's poor baby.
That's poor people money.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So answer me this: doesn't Rick Scott look like who's the remember the old school G.I. Joe, the villain?
Edmund Tim.
Which villain?
Who was the villain?
G.I. Joe, Cobra, Destro,
not Cobra, not Cobra. It was I think he was green or something like that.
What?
Give me a minute. I'm gonna have to look it. I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't know. It might have not been
G.I.
G.I.
Joe is a passion of Admin Tim. So
yeah, I don't think it's G.I. Joe. So let me take a look because this
we have a disturbing amount of expertise.
Who?
In 80s.
Yeah, he reminds me of Skeletor. Yes,
that's what he looks like.
Skeletor.
He looks like
He-Man. And the
yeah, He-Man. Oh my goodness, yes. I don't know why I was thinking about G.I. Joe. Maybe because of Admin Tim's shirt. But
one Skeletor is in your brain. He's there to stay.
Sound like him too. Rick sounded like whoa. We all want money. We all want money. We don't want to be poor. Rick Scott is I think he has over $200 million from stealing Medicaid or Medicare from the state of Florida anyways. So he's not hurting for anything. But the insider trader that these people in Congress are doing, they know how to cheat the system because they get the information right then and there on what they need to do and pulling out their stock and putting it in something else.
That's true.
So yes, that insider trader needs to go. But you know what the Republicans did with Josh Hawley?
Yeah, that surprised me.
Is he curved out? Oh, but the president and vice president can do the insider trading, and maybe we might not do it where we do away with all the insider trading until 2029, when Trump is out of office.
Right.
So he curbed it for Trump because Trump called him second tier. Remember that. Anything Trump doesn't like, he's going to try to dog you, even with the Republican Party and MAGA.
Yeah.
So we need to realize that that's low dick energy right there.
I'm about to say, what a bunch of pussies. I really just can't, man. Like, Trump, this actual 285-pound, 5'10" taco titties motherfucker, this guy actually is going to scare who? Like, I can't believe you did it, Holly. And then he immediately.
Oh, he's two tier. He's two tier. He's two tier. Who is that? Josh Hawley. Oh, he's two tier.
With the vocabulary of a poorly educated third grader. Like, there's nothing you can do to fight back, Holly. Like, these guys are the absolute most just. I never thought that I would see people, institutions, senators, elected officials, all of them capitulate so easily, have no backbone. I mean, even for their own power, Sarge. Like, I know that they're willing to do anything for their power, but they're willing to get rid of their own power. Like, Congress has no more power.
I go back to the 2016 primary. And what he said about Ted Cruz's wife, and Ted Cruz is just like, yes, daddy, more. Just like, bro, you wouldn't even stand up for your wife to this guy? You wouldn't even say some words to him in a debate?
He called your wife a butterface. How long he was
in the doghouse for that? Like,
do you think called your wife a butterface?
Do you think that she was, just kind of like, well, yeah, he's right? Or do you think she was like, why couldn't you stand up for me? I want to know how long that dude went without getting laid.
He hasn't been laid since, brother.
No, I don't think so. No way.
Oh
no! Let me. I got to jump in on this one. Let me go. I had to go. I'm an old man, so of course, when you get older, you gotta. I'm keeping it real here. So let me get on to all these individuals that are cucking for Trump. Especially when it comes to what Trump has said about them in the past. See, I'm the type of guy, that's some beta stuff there. So for Ted Cruz to let this man talk badly about his wife in front of the world to see, and then he goes and he licks the bottom of Trump's boots, I'm not that type of guy. Now, I'm a man. I believe in God. I'm a Christian man. I go to church. I do my best that I can to try to reach people in regards to how I am as a person. But if you got some beef with my wife, we're not gonna ever be friends, buddy. Don't you come to me trying to be buddy with me, because like I said before, I played college football. we had our rivals with University of Kentucky, and it was like gang violence, basically. If they said some crap about us, my coach said to go out there to the field. Coach John L. Smith said, if one of your teammates is out there on the field, you better get your ass out there too.
Yep.
And that mentality has never left me. So if somebody is talking bad about my wife to the world to see, for the world to see, and they think I'm gonna be buddy with them, oh no, I'm throwing shots and barbs every single time. And you're not gonna disrespect me or disrespect my wife in front of me, for one. But also for you to be on stage with your daughters and your wife, and Trump is talking and you're over there clapping, and your daughters say don't clap. That's because they disrespected your daughter's mother.
Mm-hmm.
They know the difference.
You're not getting any respect from me.
Yeah, and the kids will see it. The kids see it.
Yes.
As the only other Christian on the board, I can tell you, as the Bible says, that God calls a husband to love his wife as God loves the church. That means he'll defend it. Now, you, Sir Ted Cruz, number one, are the devil incarnate. That's why this is what's happening to anything that this guy gets is only because he has deserved it his entire life. I can only imagine when he came out the womb, he came out with horns on and they cut him off because they didn't want others to laugh at him. Unfortunately, all through his life, he's been laughed at because he looks like a fucking Cheez-It cracker. This guy, this dude, his wife hates him. The reason why she's still married to him is the reason why she married him in the first place. Not because she liked him, but because she saw that he was unscrupulous and was willing to make money in any way possible. She's fucking everybody else but him. He hasn't had sex with anybody but prostitutes for the past 20 years. I guarantee.
Oh, wait a minute.
I guarantee.
Wait. You do have Lauren Boebert, who Daddy Ted or whatever she called him. They might have had a little side deal over there with the bumping and grinding stuff. Yeah. But I'm just saying that's what I'm just saying. The bumping and grinding.
Oh God, I feel sick.
No,
she was the one that talked about Daddy Ted or whatever she called him.
This, by the way, is what's going to get us canceled. Not any other right here. Let me see. There were people we just call us to throw up.
This is Cruz.
Let me
this
just
is what it is. Robert, I don't feel it yet. We'll just act like you do. I'm paying you good money.
Oh God!
Stop it! Hey! I know. Beetlejuice will be never forgotten.
Let me just
never be forgotten.
Let me just throw in a disclaimer that there's nothing wrong with being a sex worker. It's one of the oldest professions, and the only reason that it's outlawed here in most of the United States is because the government hasn't figured out how to regulate it and get its cut. Just like marijuana. True. Actually, marijuana wasn't necessarily that. Marijuana was because Nixon was afraid of hippies. He was also afraid of black people, which is how the crack epidemic came about. Yeah. But it was heroin, crack, and then, for the hippies, it was marijuana. But anyway, government can't figure out how to regulate it. But I
bet you those workers raise their prices up for the tariffs. Oh no! Inflation's gone up, so this price is going to be $7.50 now instead of $3.45.
Know your worth, though. Know your worth.
You know who really loves the sex workers? The prostitutes.
Besides that,
word for it, God dog it.
Besides me.
Right. You know who loves them? Ted Cruz's wife. Ted Cruz's wife.
Takes the pressure off.
Takes the pressure up. Thank you, Jen. You got it.
Jen got there.
Instead of because she knows she did.
Because I'm living it. Okay.
There you go. Exactly. She doesn't have to worry about him trying to touch her all day. She can do what she needs to do.
I'm with the Will Smith crowd on this one. Like, if you talk shit about my wife, if that had been me on that stage, and that man had talked shit about my wife, I would have been like, my candidacy is over. Take off my mic, and I would beat that motherfucker with an inch.
You know what?
And And I realized, like, if you have ever seen my wife is strong as fuck. She's into powerlifting, picking up heavy shit, putting it
True
down.
story.
She doesn't need me to go over there and fucking throw down for her.
But when
If
I see red,
she can handle herself if she needs to, but she doesn't need to. She doesn't need me to. Oh, here she come. Oh, fuck me.
Oh,
I don't
look,
because
that's
the barbell doesn't
two-
fight back.
very
things
true.
going
Very
on
true.
there. Just I heard your
But
request there.
it's the
Admin
principle
Tim.
of the thing. Like, if you talk shit about my kids, I'm gonna beat your ass. If you talk shit about, unless my kid deserved it. Like, if my kid's being a little shit, I'm gonna take care of that myself. I'll be like, you know what? You're right. Come here, boy.
Yeah.
But if you talk shit about my wife, it's not about her. It's about me. Like, you're not gonna criticize my partner and then also at the same time criticize my choice in who I choose to spend my life with. I'll fuck you up. Period.
This is what we're
That's
not
when
going to
the-
do.
that's
We're
when
not
the
going to
fact that
fuck
he
with
didn't
Admin
do
Tim's
that,
wife.
like I'm just like,
But it's more
I
than
can't
that.
even. That guy could come today. That guy could come out and be like, you know what? I'm changing parties. I was wrong. I was trying to make.
I can't mess
You
with
know,
you.
I would be like, I don't care. I don't care. First of all, fuck you. But second of all, you couldn't even defend your wife. Fuck off.
Yeah,
Get out of here with that
We
shit.
see you.
And
We
if
see you for
if
who
the
you
roles
are.
were reversed,
And
if the roles
he-
were reversed, and it was Theodorina, I don't know what the fuck the female. I would still feel the same. I'd be like, don't let somebody shit talk your partner, whether you're male or female. Just don't.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
doing that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
It's the same
knows
as like insulting your mama. Like, your mama's so
he
fat.
knows how to
blah, 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 blah.
Trump knows how to get under people's skin. He tries to
Yeah.
hit them low. And I have a confession to make. I'm afraid of my wife. Listen, my wife and I, we have a beautiful relationship. You know, she's a God-fearing woman and she knows her Bible verses from front to end. And I'm like, dag, I can't even remember two verses in comparison to what you give me. You give me the chapter, the verse, where you found it at, if it's in the Old Testament, the New Testament. One thing I can say about my wife is that if shit's gonna go down here, she's ready.
Mhm.
She's definitely ready.
Mhm.
You know, we are advocates of the Second Amendment for one. So a lot of MAGA people don't think that we don't have the Second Amendment under our belt here as Democrats or independents or people that they feel or think are weaker than them.
It's
Trust
so
me.
cute. It's so cute that they think we don't own
Isn't that
guns.
though?
It's so
You know,
precious.
it's funny. It's funny that they think that whatever rights they have, we don't have the same rights when it comes to that. Like, it's amazing to see, like, oh yeah, we're gonna do a civil war, we're gonna go after, and I'm saying you guys are outnumbered for one. You're outnumbered.
The thing is, they believe that's what happens when you believe your own bubble. Like
Damn
They-
right.
they
Yes.
have convinced themselves of what a liberal is.
That
So
box.
they're all blue haired, this and
In
that,
the box.
and the black. So they they have no idea of what anything outside of their trailer is. Like it's all fed to them what to think, and so they know that makes them feel better to think about a liberal. I want to talk about Cruz again one more time.
Lay it on us. I'm ready.
If I can. Sniveling, whiny little bitch. This is the deal. This is the deal. More importantly than all the jokes, the way that Trump did it was exactly how he's running the country. It was in public, on Twitter, in mafia head boss style. It wasn't like, oh, we're gonna fight. Let's talk it out man to man. No, what he did was he sent a message. He put it on Twitter. He got the people to laugh, and Cruz was defeated before he pressed send. Cruz was defeated because he was just showing everybody else how pussy you are. I know you. You don't scare. Matter of fact, let me talk about your stupid, ugly fucking wife. Look here. She looks like a reverse dildo. Look at this. Bing, enter. Oh, and and at that moment, is was not about your wife. It's not about it was you. It was him showing you you aren't ready for this. I'm the Godfather. Sit down, young sir. And the only way to beat that kind of guy is to stand up and punch him in the mouth. That is it's more concrete than the feelings and the anger and what I do for my wife or my husband. It's actually the rule that he's operating under, why he's in charge. Until the people who want to beat him realize that that's how he operates, they will always lose. Because his job is he's not a fighter. He's not going to do anything to you. What he's going to do is consistently show that you're pussy. And I know it. And the only way to beat that is to jump up the minute he walks through the door on sight, as we call it in the hood. Right? Like, if he's there, you jump up and you smack him. First thing, no questions asked. Period. Right? If you're running for office, I'm telling you guys, if you're running for office and you think that maybe you should wait till next week to say something, it's too late. What I'm running for office, fuck Trump. I'm running for office and I think he's a PDF file. And I think you should vote for someone who's not. I'm running for office, and by the way, his knees are dirty from how long he's been on the bathroom floor with Miller. And there it is, Sarge.
Yep. Let me add to that. Let me add to that.
You'll win because
Trump wears a piss bag.
Yeah, he wears
Plain
a piss bag.
I'm running for candidacy, and don't forget, Trump, you need to change out that piss bag.
Yeah, before you talk to me, change the piss bag. I don't want to smell it. That's it. That's it.
Boom.
Don't change your diaper.
He will truth to no end as you're a nobody. You've never been anybody. You don't get you. People don't like you. He will truth until 2, 3, or 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, like he does anyways. This man never sleeps. He's always getting the job done. I said, well, hell, I said, why is he truthing instead of getting the job done for the American people? I truthed and I sent a letter to Japan and they're going to give us $400 billion. And they're like, where the money at? Where the money at, Trump?
He's
and then he pivots to something
Democrat
else.
Sending a strongly worded letter. The only thing he's good at doing is pointing out your weaknesses. That is it. It took me forever to figure it out. How is he winning?
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
He can't speak. He's ugly. He's fat. He's not only not smart, he's damn near retarded. He is mentally disabled. And I know
I
that
got such a big brain.
Some people
got such a big brain.
Tremendous.
Brain.
Tremendous.
And people say they love my brain.
He's slow. He's smooth.
Never heard that word before, brain. I just invented it.
I just invented it. It's mine.
It's like, what in the hell are you talking about?
How is he winning? And I finally figured it out. It's because he only knows one thing. Point like the little kid he was and point at the people and find out their nickname, find out their weakness. Because he has no strength. He survived his entire life with daddy's money and the ability to cut you down.
Hold on.
That's it.
He does have Putin's hand up his ass. So that's one thing. He's
BB too.
There you go. That does
BB and Putin. Well, BB for one is his main. Trump is BB's side chick. And Vladimir is the one that comes and borrows a side chick whenever he wants to. That's what I see it as. I remember watching a video about 3 months ago and Bibi had came to the U.S. to have a sit down talk with Trump, and Trump had pulled his chair out and everything. And I said, "What the hell?"
Oh yeah, he saw
Listen,
that.
are you kidding me?
Miss Daisy, here you go,
He-
man.
He
Oh,
pulled the
I
chair
was
out
there
and said,
for
"Come
real
on,
good."
baby. I'm sorry if you waited too long, but let me get this chair out for you." And I said, "Whoa!" I said, "This is the commander in chief, the president of the United States. He is giving a sweetest massage to Bibi Netanyahu
Oh my God.
right in front of our eyes, and
It was the
Americans are
funniest-
cheering for him like he is the greatest thing ever."
That was the funniest thing I ever
I
seen.
don't get it. I do
That
not get it, guys. I do not listen. I've even, like I said on my video, subscribe to the channel, by the way. Like I said in one of the videos, I said, "Oh my goodness, I don't understand this idiocracy. This is just far beyond what a person can imagine." Like other people in other countries, when we talk about where we from, they're like, "Oh, sorry for you guys." You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we are, not me specifically, but the administration now is the laughing stock of the world, and they are dangerous to the world and our world leaders.
Yeah.
Like there's no respect. There is no respect for this man.
Oh man, not for us either.
Yeah,
No,
they're right,
no.
though. I
Can
mean,
you imagine
no.
being a country out there and watching the American people vote this thing in twice after he killed millions of you? After he killed millions of you with COVID. And then the next guy came in and boosted your economy, raised the
GDP up,
the GDP,
the economy, the
lowered
job.
the unemployment,
Yes,
brought back the manufacturing, started
Yes.
new industries.
yes.
And after all of that, you voted in the orangutan, throwing shit on the wall. If I lived in any other country, I would say, "Yo, those Americans are
what's wrong with them?
beyond stupid."
We
I'm
on the
scared.
international stage, we are a drunk circus clown with a shotgun.
That's it.
That's where we are.
I'm
Just
scared. to
running
go to
around,
America.
firing shit off into the air. Who knows what's going to
Although-
happen next?
To be completely honest, there's not a doubt in my mind that it was the biggest bamboozle, the biggest cheat that he won. I mean, it just is. To me,
hear
there's no way. There's just
Yeah, I
no
hear
fucking
you.
way.
I
When
hear
you saw those stadiums full of people for Kamala, I mean, people standing outside in droves, listening to speakers of, you know what I mean? There's no way.
So here's the thing. They said the same thing for Trump when he had filled stadiums in 2020, right? And so I'm willing to say this. Fine. Stadiums may not be the best judge because everybody coming there for you is there for you. They're excited. And nobody needs to be excited to press R. They just need to be racist. That's all.
Yeah.
And if there's that,
Yeah.
they'll win. So I'm willing to concede that if that's the case.
Mhm.
I also think that it's seeing the gerrymandering, seeing not only the stadiums, but the numbers of the votes before the election. The what was that? The pre-votes, right? The early voting, record early voting in every state that allows it, all going to her. I also think it's rigged. But even if I live in another country and I see that it was rigged and I see that this guy won illegitimately, I'm still saying, why the fuck was he there? He's a 3-year-old on the world stage and he already killed you the first time. Americans, you're stupid as fuck. Like only reason why I feel like I don't have to say that all day is because I live here. If I lived somewhere else, I would be bonkers. I would be racist to Americans. I would be like, I don't want to see Americans. I hate Americans. I fucking hate you because your existence, your very existence is a detriment to my life, my country,
that's
my
true.
way of life. Right? Can you
Well, you
imagine?
see what they were doing in Mexico.
And I'm trying to change that, by the way, to the rest of the world. I'm just saying, like, as worked up as I am, I live here. I can only imagine what every other country, like, they're like, those guys, you're American? Oh, shit. Yo,
It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment to say it, man.
Hold your purse.
It's
You guys are
embarrassing, but it's also
dumb.
scary because once you start to see this type of fascism, it spreads.
It spreads.
It spreads to other countries.
You
It
need to look
spreads to
no
other
further
states.
than the efforts the Trump administration is putting in Brazil to try to get his buddy Bolsonaro
Oh my God.
out of trouble for the coup he led there, trying to overthrow his government. And Trump's like, no, it doesn't seem like such a bad thing.
Jair Bolsonaro.
Well,
Lula is not having it, and the courts there in Brazil are not having it either. They're not capitulating to what Trump demanded in regards to the tariffs that he's thrown on Brazil. When actually we import more from Brazil when it comes to coffee than we export. So Lula is not going for it. And Jair Bolsonaro, whenever that coup was happening in Brazil, he brought his ass here to Florida in Miami to try to get away and act like he didn't have anything to do with it. But unlike our system here, Brazil decided that they were going to try this man and he could never vote. He could never go into office for, I think it was like 8 to 10 years, but now I think it's going to be forever. Like he is done now. Something that should have happened here.
Yeah, they haven't done the rights. The difference is that Brazil doesn't have the Federalist Society stacking the judge and stacking their courts with party ideologues to make sure that certain rules for certain people apply.
We deserve every single minute of it. The day after January 6th, 2020, when the president who caused the insurrection wasn't, I'll be kind, wasn't removed. Okay? Immediately. And every one of them rounded up and investigated. The day after January 6th, when we still were wondering, what do we do?
What just happened?
And let me know that we deserve everything we're getting right now. Because we have gotten so soft. We've gotten so squishy on the inside that we don't know how to respond to an actual insurrection.
It almost feels like the Democrats are not fighting back now because they don't want to be called, right? They're not going to do any show of force because they don't want to be compared to a J6 or whatever. They don't want that comparison. They don't want that line drawn to them. And it's like, bro, we're so far past
get them out of
where we should be. I mean, it's ridiculous.
They gotta go. Listen, Miss Admin Jen, I'm gonna just call you Admin Jen.
That's cool.
Get them out of there. Listen,
get them out of
there. At first, whenever Trump got into office this year, I was so angry with like the Hispanic community, the Muslim community. I was just angry in regards to what happened because those two communities decided either not to vote or vote other or vote for Trump. And so, of course, I did my FAFO videos early in the, part of me dropping videos out here. And now I had to have a realization and reckoning that is not where my battle is now. Like people have been telling all the minority groups and people that this man is not going to be for you. He is lying to you. And then they voted against their own will. Now is the time that I said, you know what? I need to change my way of thinking with that. And I welcome anybody to my podcast to check out that video. But it's more so now, wait a minute. I cannot be divisional when it comes to our democracy because this is not only affecting those minority groups, it's affecting my household as well. It's affecting people's lives in this country here. And I have to stand up against it and try to bring and pull as many people as I can from these communities to realize what these policies and what Trump is doing to affect the country. So I had to change my way in regards to it. But if there's a Democrat, I'm just putting it out there in the ether. If there is a Democrat, like I have some here in the state of Florida, who is siding with Trump, I'm making my list.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, listen, guys, this person voted this many times to confirm these type of people. Listen, guys, this particular individual who you thought was for you is actually not for you, John Fetterman. And we need to get these people primaried in
what a disappointment.
somebody
God.
for somebody to fight for our democracy. Tulsi Gabbard switched from the Democrat to Republican because she was ginned up with all those lies. Because you know what? She knew where her gravy train was at.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she left. And that's why her
left side money.
That gray hair streak, it looks like it's getting wider and wider because she knows that she cannot continue with the lies that she's putting out there to the American people. She cannot continue. She's thinking, what the hell did I get myself into?
No. She's not. She is an asset to the Russian government. She is.
Yeah.
The Marvel comics had a individual named Rogue who had that same streak. Y'all remember Rogue? Rogue.
Yes.
And Rogue's job was Rogue could touch you and suck all of your energy and powers from you. And that's what she's here for. She is the real life Rogue. She's here to be a succubus on this country and extract everything she can and give it to Russia. Whether it's money,
she's gonna relocate,
whatever, right?
Well, it's like you always say,
inside information.
You got to follow the money.
Doing that too.
Follow the money.
Might be doing that as well, and that's the scary thing about it in regards to this administration is we don't know what we can trust when it comes to the next person that comes into office, and it's a Democrat. We don't know what kind of information these individuals are going to put out there. So there needs to be immediate investigations come 2029 when we have a new person in office that is a Democrat, because that's what my hope is, and make sure that we go after, because see, everything that Trump and the Republican Party said about Biden weaponizing the government is exactly what they're doing when Biden wasn't. Biden was following the Biden administration was following the laws to the T in regards to it. And they slow walked a lot of things, aka Merrick Garland, in regards to investigating. But like I said, there is going to be and there needs to be a reckoning in regards to the filing of the Constitution and the breaking of the laws that this administration has been doing. And it's only been 6 months. And that's the crazy thing about it. It's only been 6 months, and it's so scary in regards to what's going to take place a year from now.
Jesus Christ, it feels like 6 years.
Go ahead, Doug.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say that with the Tulsi Gabbard stuff in particular, it's the desperate spin to find anything to change the topic from the fact that Trump is in the Epstein files. I think she's got Obama behind Pearl Harbor now. Chuck Schumer is secretly a Bigfoot. It's just she's got investigating all kinds of things. The investigations need to be done. Just asking the question.
Obama's behind Pearl Harbor. I love it.
Yes. That's the crazy thing too, guys. Is they're just. I hope somebody's counting how many lies this administration is doing, from Caroline Leavitt to Pete Hegseth, all the way down to Kash Patel, because those lies are flowing so fast. I'm like, I would listen to something. I'll listen to Caroline Leavitt.
Somebody did count it. The last four, his last empire reign was like. What was it, like 30-something thousand lies?
Yeah, with Trump. Yeah, it was reported that Trump had over 30,000 lies. I'll look it up real quick, but it was over 30,000 lies in 4 years.
I think it was Washington Post that counted it.
So now that he's gone full fascist, straight up Roman salute fascist, like I said before, once you actually start to institute this type of authoritarianism, you have to constantly keep that up. Like, you're constantly lying. Now you're constantly having to lie and crush and maim and take away rights and destroy families. It builds on itself because it's the only way to sustain it. So I can only imagine what that number is. But before I go, I'm going to go. I hear my son running around up there. I'm going to have to put him to bed. I'm going to say two things now, and I'll escape after I say it. So when y'all get kicked off of YouTube. You can't say it's my fault. Um, number one. I'll start with the easy one first. This this whole idea that for some reason, how do I say this? Here it is. The only reason why you voted for Trump and you're brown is because you are the type of person to pull. I see you always turn this shit off when I come on. I see that. It's because you want to pull the ladder up. Okay, you want to pull the ladder up behind you, and you think you're better than everybody else that's like you. This is something that's happened to people in oppression. It's normal. I know this. It's normal. The only way to feel good about yourself is to add it to your proximity to the greater. They did it when the conquistadors came. How white could I be? Maybe I should use their armor, even though they already had nations built, calendars. But when you're the conquered one, you end up feeling this way. Black folks, the same thing. At some point, you want to be in the house, not the field. Your proximity to whiteness. If you're brown and you find an excuse to be Republican, to vote for Trump, the obvious guy that he is, the only reason why is because you feel that your proximity to whiteness is greater than everyone else, and it makes you feel better than the rest of the people you've been trained to hate, to feel under you, to feel stupid. You believe it when they say that black people are dumb. You believe it when they say Mexicans are lazy or this and whatever kind of euphemism and racist thing that they've put into your mind, you believe it. And the only way to not be that is to reject it. In your mind, black or brown Trump supporter. That is the road you've taken. Others who have a little bit of heart, decency inside of them decide to reject the racism and lift up the people. You decide to accept the racism and pull the ladder up to push down the people to prove your proximity to whiteness is closer than theirs. I say all that to say, and I'm going to leave it here. I love that this Christian man here wants to bring everybody into the tent, and it is the right thing to do. And not only because, it's decent, but also strategically. Before I press this, if you came here, especially illegally, and voted to ensure that the others could be pushed down while you stepped on the pedestal to get even closer to that whiteness, I hope you fucking get deported. Goodbye.
That's our drill sergeant.
That's gonna be our stream for tonight. I've got Doug, I sent you the Zoom information. I got a call with Cliff Cash. I want to thank Walt from Just Listen Podcast for being on our show. Everybody make sure you go follow Walt. The URL is right down there. You just literally go onto YouTube and type in Just Listen Podcast. Also, upvote this video and make sure you're subscribed to Sons of Liberty too, since we're cross-streaming on a couple of different platforms. I do want to announce that Representative Ro Khanna's team has confirmed rescheduling for Monday, September the 8th at 5 p.m.
I'll be
Don't
on my
miss
best
that
behavior,
show.
I promise.
We're going to talk about all kinds of things. This weekend, I'll be out in Texas filming an episode for the Civil War documentary web series that Sons of Liberty helps crowdfund. If you're in the San Antonio area, let's meet up and see if y'all motherfuckers can drink me under the table.
You
Narrator,
can't.
you cannot.
You cannot.
Last thing, Saturday, November 15th, the Sons of Liberty admin team and a few members of the Family of Liberty will be playing a tabletop Dungeons and Dragons game on the Sons of Liberty Twitch channel.
I'll be watching.
We're doing this for charity. We'll be raising money for the veteran-founded charity called Stack Up. I've talked about this in videos. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, then go watch a video. That is our time for this evening. 2 claps and a Rick.
Woo!
Fuck bitches, get money.